Yo, what is going on? My name is CHVRGE, and today I am very excited to be able to present to you all my huge sample pack called the Charge Pack Volume 1. It is an incredibly large sample pack that I've been working on for the past about year or so. I've been sound designing dang near every day, and finally just decided to put all of the samples that I've been working on for the past year together in a huge sample pack. There's over a gigabyte of sounds in here. Just to give you an idea of what we're looking at here, 57 pads, ambience, and atmospheric sounds, 46 effect sounds and stems, 34 white noise effect sounds and stems, 58 synths, 33 subs and 808s, 114 bass loops, and 48 bass shots. I really tried to keep the bass loops and bass shots different, so you're not going to find a lot of the same sounds in either pack, or either section of the pack. 43 resamples, 27 sustained / legato basses / long boys / just the weird little kind of high-pitched things you put behind most rhythm and dubstep songs nowadays. 23 claps, 37 hi-hats, 14 rides, 48 kicks, 53 snares, 28 snare fills, 47 perc fills, 19 tom fills, 38 glitches, 41 lasers, and 8 risers. So yeah, this pack is quite large. It's something that I've been working on for a very long time, and I'm super excited to be able to finally be putting it out. So today I figured we go over a little bit of the pack, and I'll run through some of the sounds that you can expect to find in here. I'll show you how it's broken down and all that stuff. So this pack right now is called the New House Pack in the in my own personal folder, but when you get it, it will be called the Charge Pack, and it won't have some other things that I use for my own personal thing, like acapellas or voice chants or anything like that. No organic recordings or melodic vox chants. It'll basically just be, synths, subs, risers, lasers, glitches, drums, basses, and then ambience and atmospheres. And then the basses section will open up to a bunch of different things. Drum section will open up to a bunch of different things. Yeah, and the ambience and atmosphere section will open up to a bunch of different things as well. I will also be, in accordance to this huge pack, selling a few other, kind of more downsized packs. So where if you just simply want the ambience, atmospheres, and effects in a single pack, you can pick those up. Or if you just want all of the bass sounds or all of the drums, I'll be selling individual packs like that as well, so you don't have to spend money on like the entire pack if you don't want to, if you just want a specific sort of sound. So let's get into it, man. The ambience and atmospheres, there's a lot of pads in here, a lot of like really cool atmospheric sounds. Really nice song starters, or just somewhere to put some, ambience in your song. Really fun to play around with and resample those. You can like, if you want to do something different like this, you can maybe put some halftime on it, slow it down a little bit. Maybe filter it down a little bit. Put the halftime after it. And then even just add back some more erosion or something like that, Maybe some white noise. Act as like a vinyl crackle. Yeah, you can get very creative with those. So let's hop back into the pack here. We have effects. I'm actually just going to leave this as is. We have effects, a bunch of effects like this. Some of these have impacts built into them. A lot of these are meant to just be used as like stems, or kind of just like really nice, again, in the same vein as the ambience and atmosphere song starters, kind of give you like a starting point for some of the ideas you might have. a lot of these sounds are different types of percussions or Foley or effects that have been washed out quite a bit, just to kind of create a little bit of an atmospheric vibe. Yeah, really cool place to start a song as well. We also have white noise effects. Every single effect in here has white noise on top of it. Again, some have impacts, some don't. If you're not feeling the impacts, you can always just like hard cut a bunch of the low end out and it'll still work as a really nice white noise effect. Yeah, very, very cool and fun to actually start songs like that. So, into the basses section. The basses section is absolutely huge. There's not too many subs in here. A lot of them are like really cool, like, you know, kind of 808s or just really thick low end kind of subs. But you do have some really weird stuff like that, which you can low pass if you really want to. There's some sort of Wookiee kind of things, some like Wook bass type subs, as well as just some really nice, you know, kind of clean 808s and sub basses in here as well. The bass loop section is probably going to be the biggest section. I had so much fun writing all of these bass loops. There's actually a bunch of different types of basses in here as well. So like a bunch of really nice, heavy, tonal, rhythmy, yoinky sort of basses. There's also a very large section of like color basses. So like from here all the way down to here. I think there's a few as well down here, but yeah, a lot of different sorts of, you know, color bass and things used to make really melodic sorts of bass loops. Lots of ideas in here. And if you only like one particular bass shot inside the loop, you can always cut it out, you know what I mean? So if I only really like, you know, only really like that one, it's like... And you can make a song out of that, you know? But yeah, the bass loop section is massive. Like I said, 114 of these things. And the one-shots are a little bit different, which is cool. I guess that would technically be a bass loop in and of itself. But you can resample that. Lots of really cool little quick cuts like that. Yeah, lots of really, really fun one-shots in there as well. A bunch of respaces. Either very clean, like this, or just with a bunch of hard distortion on top. Yeah. Really fun to play around with and resample those as well. And then the sustains, like I said, a bunch of like, you know... Lots of really cool stuff to put behind your track for like legato basses or, you know... Yeah. Those can be really nice for the B section of your drop. Okay, so heading into the drums, we have some claps. A lot of the drums actually, before we get into the drums, a lot of the drums were created using transient shaping. So like a lot of the drums hit hard, they're zeroed out, and like they make just such an impact wherever they're placed in the song. So a bunch of claps like this. Yeah, they're really, really nice and heavy. Really nice for either build-ups or layering on your drop snare / kick clap if you're making rhythm. Hi-hats, all the hi-hats are very nicely processed. They all have a nice, real chunky click to them, so they stand out in the mix, they cut through. Kicks are all, again, like zeroed out, soft clipping I used for quite a few of them, and they all kind of just like really hit hard. All of these are really, really nice for dubstep and bass music. Perk fills, there's a lot of perk fills in here. I took different percussions and kind of just like, you know, created patterns and processed them weird. But they're all really nicely transient shaped, and they feel like, well, I personally feel like they sit really well in a mix. Use like some weird kind of, you know, glitchy processing on some of them. Yeah, some of them are really fun. So next up we have the rides. There's some decent rides in here, I think. Those are always fun. You can make these very easily in Serum with like some white noise and nice little resonance peaks, and then again transient shaping to really make sure they hit. Very fun to do. Snare fills, I resampled some sounds from like a TR-808 and some incredibly smooth basically just like 808 snare fills, like, and process them in really weird ways as well. So you'll get some really nice clean 808 snare fills, and you'll also get like the weird ones, you know, like the like this one. That one's a really fun one to throw in packs as well. The snares, these are very, very heavy, chunky, and ready for rhythm and dubstep. Super fun. And some tom fills as well. Yeah, also very cool. Glitches, we have a few glitches in here. A lot of these are really good for like turnarounds. Bunch of fun. Some lasers. These ones are very, very easy to make, honestly. They're just sine waves with really harsh frequency sweeps. But I process them in a bunch of weird ways, like I use disperser and portal and weird kind of just like other sorts of third-party plugins to make them very unique. That's really fun to use right there. A bunch of these down here. Yeah, I'm really happy with the lasers, how the lasers turned out. A few risers in here as well. You know, we got some longer ones that kind of frequency sweep up. We have some really quick ones that are just like, you know, chopped up saw waves. Bit more percussive. Starting from the low end, raising up to the high end. Bit of white noise. In addition to some of the frequency sweeps in here. But yeah, the risers are really nice as well. A few sub basses processed differently. Some of them are sub loops. Some 808s. That could have gone in the Risa section, but I think it was just a little low end. some really nice wooka bass sort of low end stuff. You might not be able to hear this one with headphones, apart from the high end on it, but yeah, this one is really deep and really nice. Yeah, love the subs in the pack. Last but not least, Synth Loops. Synth Loops is probably the part of the pack that I spent the most time on, because I'm not really like super musically inclined, so getting a few of these were fun but challenging. Really nice to just start your song out with something like this, resample it, change the key, chop it up. You can get really creative with these. Yeah, a lot of fun. You can get really creative with those. But yeah, I mean that's mainly most of the pack right there. Again, the bass loops are huge. Like I spent so much time on this. The synth loops I spent a lot of time on, and the drums especially. Also, a lot of people were asking for ambience and effects, because not too many. I think not a lot of people, when they're making sample packs, they kind of look to ambience and effects and like white noise and stuff as like a main part of the sample pack, and you can do so much with them, and usually they're kind of just like overlooked in sample packs. So I had a lot of fun kind of, creating a bunch of different effects and ambiences and atmospheres that people will hopefully use, and I think I did a halfway decent job on the pads especially, but the effects and the white noise, and kind of just ensuring that the pack is high quality enough to where you want to use the sounds in pretty much any sort of dubstep or rhythm or bass music. So I'm pretty happy with how the pack turned out, honestly. Yeah, I really like it. I do, and hopefully you do too. Thank you so much for watching the video. Like I said, I'm going to be also selling the ambience, atmospheres, and effects as a separate pack, all of the basses as a separate pack, and all of the drums as a separate pack as well. So if you just want a particular piece of the sample pack, you don't want to spend money on the entire thing, those will be available for purchase as well. But yeah, pick it up, support your boy, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.